The forces fighting for the War Master Horus were not limited to just superhumans or mere mortals. When Lorgar's followers unleashed the Ruinstorm upon the galaxy, hordes of demons poured forth from the warp to taint worlds from Calth to Cygnus Prime and to Holy Terra itself. The demons of the Ruinstorm have been a regular sight on the battlefield of Horus Heresy Legions since their introduction in the Malevolence expansion over 2 years ago. Now, they are being reinforced by many new cards, and we will explore some of these in this video. We begin with End of Days. This is a common 4-cost tactic card, which is very similar in effect to the Imperial Army's Compliance card and the Mechanicum's Advanced Schematic card. In keeping with the tendency for Loyalist or Traitor cards to be more powerful than neutral cards, this has a key advantage over those two cards. It not only reduces the cost of troops from its faction in your deck, and this affects neutral demons as well, but it also guarantees that you draw a demon troop in particular too. By contrast, Compliance merely draws a random troop, it could be one of any kind, and Advanced Schematics has no card draw attached to it. Still, many top competitive players don't use these kinds of cards, or their closest Legion equivalents, in their decks because this card does have quite a slow effect on the game. You do get no immediate impact on the board for spending Thor energy, and it is relatively uncommon to be in a position where you have the luxury of being able to play this instead of some kind of instant effect card like a troop or a damaged tactic or a buffing tactic. I do see this card making an impact lower down on the ladder in the levels below Terra, or potentially becoming an unpleasant surprise during event matches. We move on next to Twisted Horror, another common card, this time a troop with average stats. For a cost of 3 energy, you get 2 attack and 4 health. This is not bad, as with 4 health it has decent survivability. But Twisted Horror has an intriguing active energy ability. For 2 energy, you can gain a mutation and then act again. In this way, it is very similar to the Mechanicum's Ursarax, but actually more so given how mutations are generally more powerful than a simple +1 buff to statistics. If you can keep this unit alive in late game, it can snowball in power very quickly. Despite being a common card, this troop is likely to become very popular with Ruinstorm players. Finally, we move on to a legendary card. Not just any legendary card, but the mission card for the Demons of the Ruinstorm. Like most missions, Lord of Chaos costs 1 energy to play, and then after that, you need to apply a mutation to a friendly demon 8 times. Now, all 8 mutations can go on the same demon, or you can spread them out among multiple demons. The key thing is, a demon has to receive a mutation 8 times in total. So, since mutations are such an important part of many Ruinstorm decks anyway, this is a great mission, as to complete it, you just need to do something that you are quite likely to have been planning to do all along. So what do you get when you complete it? A Gate Unsealed, a 2 energy tactic that represents a terrible rift being torn in reality and a horde of demons pouring through it. Now this is actually interesting in many ways. Firstly, this is a new kind of mission reward. Most missions give you some kind of steady, ongoing reward that can give you a small but significant advantage turn after turn after turn. By contrast, a Gate Unsealed is a one-time reward. A massive reinforcement onto your battlefield, but just once. This is, like many things coming from the Dark Gods of the Warp, both a blessing and a curse. Getting 6 Ruinstorm demons immediately in play can be utterly devastating and win you the game in just one more turn. On the other hand, if your opponent has any means of clearing the board completely, the mission rewards can be swiftly dispatched in their entirety and then you have nothing. You will need to be cunning enough to predict your opponent's actions wisely to use this mission to its best effect. There is a second matter of interest. You get 6 Ruinstorm demons from this card, but the fickle nature of the warp means that you do not know what is coming. You could get 6 powerful Bloodthirsters, or 6 Plague Toads, or anything in between. You had best hope that you have appeased your Dark Masters well prior to playing the card. The Demons of the Ruinstorm have always been an interesting faction to both play as and to face off against on the battlefields of Horus Heresy legions. The new cards that we will see this Friday will reinvigorate them further and lead to many gloriously bloody, sensuous, scheming and infectious plays in battle after battle ahead. I cannot wait to add them to my decks and to face you all in combat. So, until we clash on the ladder or in the new event this Friday, thank you for watching everyone, and goodbye for now.